Twitch, everyone over on the Google Meets area as they join us. So this week, we're going to be doing something a little special, a little close to home. For one, it's like 1,000 degrees outside, so melting away is nothing. We decided to do something inside, do it early, and brunch idea kind of deal, a little bit of fun. So we are going to be going back into the roots of an old chef called Scott here, and going after some scones. Today we're making scones, and it's actually pronounced scones, not scones. So those are wondering, now it's scones. It's actually pronounced scones. So don't be gone with the scones, because scones are not the bones. Just remember that. It's scones. So let's do a flyby. Come on over. All the accoutrement, the ingredients that we're going to be using for today's awesomeness. So, got our heavy cream. Sorry, I didn't mean to get in the way there. Got some heavy cream. Got some powdered baking powder. Our vanilla, sugar. I'm going to show you a little trick that you can do with heavy cream when you're actually baking it off. We're going to do a half and half with heavy cream without, and I'll explain that later. Pinch of salt. I'm amping mine up. You can, like I said, everything that we do here is like guidelines, just to start you with, and please, explore your world and make it to the flavors that you want. But I got a little bit of cinnamon. This is Vietnamese cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, just for our end, because we like to have a little bit of extra fun here. Then I've been soaking my craisins in this wonderful orange juice. Once we're done with it, we're actually going to use this juice inside the glaze, so it'll actually give it a little bit of color, give it some fun. Alright, so without further ado, we're going to start adding some stuff into it. So all our dry goods, it's all going to go in. Now, those who don't know, there's like over 100 different types of scone recipes out there. The Scots are known for it, with all their different recipes. And they take a lot of pride in it. If I failed to mention, please make sure you preheat your oven to 400 degrees. These things cook pretty quick. So in goes all my dry goods. All I'm going to do is just mix it up. I want to make sure I disperse that baking powder, which is the leavening agent that we're going to be helps it rise between the baking powder and the butter. That is what's going to elevate it. And we're going to start the dough to rise when you bake it off. I just really want to mix it up really well to get all those flavors rolling through there. Calm down. All right. While that's putting in, get me on board. So we got our chilled butter. All I'm going to do is take this, I chopped it up in pieces. So this is half a cup, which is equivalent to 1 stick. And all I did is chop it up in tiny pieces, and I'm dropping it into said flour. All right. Going to disperse it all throughout the land here of the flower world. And butter. There it goes. We have it dispersed throughout the area, right? And then we're actually going to grab our orange. This is a very important moment. So, I want that zest to cover all this great, awesome flavors that we got in here. But not only the zest, but when you zest the orange, the oils are going to spray. So I'm going to do it right over the top of the bowl. And I'm just going to work it. And I want to go all the way down to the white of the pit. I just want to go and grab the zest part, the orange part of it, as well as the oils. And I'm just going to disperse it throughout, make a nice little dusting throughout our little butter and flour town that we got rocking. So I'm actually going to zest the whole orange. I like a little bit of extra oomph when it comes to some orange flavor into my scones. So, bring the heat. This is what I want you to check out. Look over here on the side, right? See all this? And you see where the flour and everything's starting to turn orange, it's like a yellowish orange. That's the oils. So some important oils that we want in here. A lot of the scones recipes out there will tell you to get orange oil to actually put in there. An orange oil extract, basically. I prefer the fresh stuff. I think it's just, you get all the oils that you need out of it, right? Grab our trusty, awesome fork. We're actually going to go in and start smashing this stuff. Smashing the butter. And when I get bored of this, I'm going to switch over to my hands. I'm just going to start tearing into it. Because what I want to do is start making this crumbing effect, right? Almost like you're doing a biscuit, right? Just like drop biscuits at home. Trying to get all the butter incorporated into the flour. Okay, I'm bored already. Now I'm going to get into it. And start smashing all this butter into this flour, right? Just keep on incorporating it until I get this really smooth. It'll almost be like beach sand, if you will.
Can you smell that orange?
Yeah. So just incorporating that butter, getting it dispersed throughout everything. See, it's starting to get that sandy look, right? I want to disperse it throughout the entire recipe with all the oils, so that way the flavor transfers in every bite, in every scone. On with the scones.
One with your ingredients.
A big piece of zest. So this is already starting to smell really amazing, nice and buttery.
It's very citrusy.
Very citrusy, yeah, orange and butter. So decadent, so awesome. Alright, so I'm liking this, I'm enjoying this. This is looking good. Now, we can't forget one of the most important parts of this. What would that be? Cranberries! Yay! Hey, cranberries! I love our cranberries. They're delish.
So what did you do with the cranberries?
I pre-soaked these bad boys in some orange juice for about an hour. It softens them up. Also, so it absorbs some of the orange juice into the cranberries itself. Alright, got all those great craisins, cranberries. I'm going to keep that juice for later. Cranberries are now going to go in to this wonderful dough that we've got working. And I'm just gonna mix them all around, really incorporate them into it. Alright? What's good is a scone? A scone without cranberries in it. If you have a cranberry scone, what good is it?
It's called Scones.
It's called scone, but it's called a minus the cranberries, and then that wouldn't match our recipe.
Exactly.
So we want to disperse those craisins all over. Really get them in there. All right, now comes the fun part. This is where it's going to get sticky, right? We got our heavy cream. We got our vanilla. Gonna move this over here for a hot second. Our vanilla and our egg. And our extra bowl. Voila! Alright. So, I'm going to take a heavy cream, and it goes. My egg, and it goes. Vanilla, and it goes. Believe it or not, I'm going to amp this up a little bit too. I'm going to add a little bit of that OJ right into that mix. I'm dangerous here. Here at the Blair Ranch. Mixed thoroughly. That's what's going to go into all of our dry mix, right? So I'm just going to scoop that in. Oh, he's not wanting that. Alright. I'm just going to start incorporating it into there. Start making said dough. Alright. This is super sticky, super tacky, and that's fine. All you have to do is, pardon me, sir, pour in ingredients. I need some.
Let's use this.
Well, I'm just going to start dusting it with a little bit of flour. It's alright. Just going to incorporate it all in there. Mind lending a hand there?
For what?
Dust some flour in here, man. Throw it in.
Oh, shit.
That's right. Oops, 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 oops. Don't do that. You just more. I'm just incorporating it. We're going to be dusting this actually on my countertop here, rolling it out. So you see here now we're starting to get into a dough. Starting to work a lot better. I'm just going to add this in. Mixing it in my dough bowl. Still pretty moist. That's a workable product.
It's moist. Delicious.
Throw some flour down. Then we start working this bad boy. Kneading the dough. Alright. Get it off your fingers. That's some delicious dough. So, I want this a little bit tacky. I don't want it super tacky, but just a little bit because I don't want to dry it out by just keep on adding in flour, right? So no one wants to do that. No one wants to dry out scone because then the fun of delicious eating is not going to be there. Scooch it up. Alright, get ready to start cutting these bad boys out. Put them on a sheet pan. Take them off. They're going to go in the oven for like 20 minutes. So it's a fairly quick bake off fun time process.
Gotta cut them up first.
For my Canadian friends, process.
Bruce's?
Process.
Round the boot.
And the boot to the Bruce's?
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm cooking the boot. Process. I'm gonna go ahead and just put some parchment paper down on my sheet tray. I'm gonna go and grab a trusty dusty rolling pin. Give it a little flour bath. Helps prevent it from sticking. Alright, so most people is like the famous way of doing it here in the States. In a lot of places. They grab their dough knife, and they'll just push the ball down and cut it into wedges, right? And that's what everyone knows. It's where they see it at the grocery store that way. But the traditional way of doing scones is with, believe it or not, a biscuit cutter. So we can start cutting off some of these scones. I'm doing a smaller biscuit because we like ours almost like little biters, little bite size. It's a biter, watch out. We like little bite size action on ours. Fun size. Fun size. That's right. And I mean, choose what process that you want, whether you want some big, huge honking ones or smaller ones. If you want to do the wedges, by all means, please. Like I said before, we're just here to show you some guidelines and have fun with you. And it all comes down to it, it's whatever you want. I'm just going to cut these bad boys out as you see here. That's some crazy craisins. Craisins. These are ocean sprayed.
The ocean spray is the best.
Yes. And you know what? When I used to work up on the Cape, I cruised up there. I used to cruise by the ocean spray.
Factory.
Oh, by their fields. You'd see them when they were flooding the fields. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Watch them out there in their harvester. Cruising around in their tractor. Bringing up all the berries. It's a pretty cool process. Neat out there.
Well, they say they do make the best stuff, so.
I am a cranberry fan. I like cranberry sauce. I like cranberry juice. I like cranberries. But most of the cranberries that most people like, let's face it, they're sweetened. Because cranberry is very tart. It will make your eyes just start watering. It's extremely tart. That's why whenever you eat cranberry or drink cranberry, it's usually super sweet because they've loaded it up with sugar, so it's tasty. Too bitter and sour. But full of antioxidants and all kinds of great things. It is a wonderful food item. See here, I'm just poking these out. I'm taking any leftover dough and I'm just putting it off the side because we're going to use that too. We're going to do another run on this here. We'll roll it back out. And right now, let's put some of these on our awesome sheet pan. Like I said before, I did sheet pan and I lined it with parchment paper. It's a good thing to do, a little good practice to do because one, it won't burn as quickly, but it won't stick to the pan, and it helps clean up a lot better. So don't sit there and scrub all night. Parchment paper it. Go on our doughs. Right, so now we're getting ready to come to the parting of the ways. And I'm going to let you know this right here. There's dual schools of thought on this, right? The traditional way of doing scones is right now, this is what it is. I'm going to throw it right in the oven and bake it off. There's another way, because what it's going to do is going to actually puff up pretty good. It's going to be pretty fluffy inside. It'll almost mimic like a biscuit. Then there's another way, where you take a little bit of heavy cream and you brush it over the top of it. Now it's not going to rise as much, but it does make a little crispier shell on the outside. So, we tried yesterday with different types and different ways of doing it just because we had fun and we liked them both. So, the choice is yours. We're going to do both, alright? So I'm going to say, we're going to do this side of the party. I'm going to brush them with some heavy cream. But that side of the party is going to go au naturel. Now we have two different types of scones, if you will. Different crunch factor, different taste, different strokes for different folks.
Yes.
I'm just going to take these in and I'm going to throw them in my oven. Let it bake off. It's going to be in there for like the next 20 minutes. We'll be keeping our smell-o-vision going on. So when we start smelling it, we'll know that we're getting pretty close to it being done. When the smeller starts smelling it in the air, you know you're getting close. Something like that. All right.
Yeah, you can see the little orange bits in there. A little zest. You got the cranberries and everything. Look pretty good.
Alright. Counter bowl. So we got
Make
1
this
cup
Glaze.
of the powdered sugar. One cup powdered sugar. Then we're going to do 3 teaspoons of the juice. I'll probably do a little bit more because I'm dangerous that way. All I'm doing is just going to glaze it up
Ever so slightly.
ever so slightly, and I'm not using an official teaspoon, so that's why my measurement's off. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Looky, looky, looky. We got ourselves nice little glaze that will be going over the top of these wonderful scones. Alright, so that's just going to chill until we need it. Alright, so come look at these puppies. Starting to puff, starting to rise. So you can actually see the ones that we did not glaze. They're starting to puff a little bit more than the ones that actually got glazed. And they'll also, the ones that got glazed have a sheen to them. Those are baking right along. We're going to let that continue to cook until they're golden brown on the bottom. It's starting to get crusty, nice crust on the outside, around the top. So.
That's not what you can't just pull it.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you just eat it?
I just ate the dough, yes.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, I thought you just ate the cranberry out of the dough.
Well, let's be smart about this. I'm, as a professional, supposed to tell you this contains egg product and it's non-pasteurized eggs, so you can't eat it. Don't eat it.
The most ignored morning label of all time.
The cookie
It's
dough.
like cookie dough, right? Everyone makes cookie dough, and then it's like, don't eat the cookie dough because it's not made with because the egg is raw egg in there and hasn't been pasteurized out, and just the outside of the shell's been pasteurized, right? So they tell you don't do it, but I know myself and my sister who's on the Google Meets with us, we've been eating cookie doughs since we were little kids, still alive.
I eat my eggs with runny yolk.
I can't do that. I've never been a runny yolk guy, but depends on, only if it's like eggs Benedict, then I'll do it. But yeah,
With the hollandaise sauce. And
I do Holidays is good. Holidays is a tasty sauce. I love it.
super thick.
Oh, well, you gotta know how to do that because a lot of it's so funny because a lot of people learn how to do Hollandaise on the double boiler, which is boiling water and then having a pot on top of that or a bowl on top of that and whisking it and you're letting your fingers, pulling your fingers on the bowl to feel the temperature of the bowl. Make sure you don't turn into scrambled eggs. And I actually had a French chef teach me how to do it on flat top, so we didn't have a double boiler and you can it's faster, but you can mess it up just as fast. But we would do it on a flat top and just whisk and build the whole sauce right there. It was pretty cool. Chef Johansson back at Shayway, thank you.
If you're watching this, thank you.
If you're watching this, thank you, Chef Johansson. He's a cool teacher. His dad was a multiple time culinary Olympian. So yeah, really cool guys.
Ooh.
Some great people that we work with. All right. Ooh, that one's, look at this. You gotta get down on this. Look at those little orange specks in there.
Yeah, I was showing earlier.
Yeah. Got some orange flakes from
Got a
that.
little bit of flakes right there.
Yep, from the zest. It's gonna make that delicious.
How are the insides looking?
They're looking delicious. They're coming along. I can smell them.
I can smell this.
Starting to smell good. These are gonna have like really amped up with some orange in them, which I love. No, you cannot steal my food.
Sound like
Welcome to the rock. Tell you to see. It's starting to go golden brown there. We want a little bit more, right? I want just a little bit of extra crunch factor to it. Those are coming along nicely. Probably go a lot better if I didn't stop opening it up and looking at them.
they would go a lot faster.
Because they're delicious and I want one. I want one and I need one. And I can't wait to have one. I'm going to put these out on parchment. I'm going to let them cool. Because if I drop the glaze on them as soon as I get it out of the oven, it's just going to melt away, right? So I'm just going to lay it out on the counter, just let them cool for like 10 minutes.
Woo! You gotta make them rise.
And then we're going to glaze them. And then we're going to eat them because we like it and they're delicious.
That's my favorite part.
Heck yeah. The eating part's my favorite part too. Anybody got any questions out there in Twitch land?
What's
Twitch is the channel that we stream from. So if you go to twitch.tv/Chef Scott, you can actually watch this live on a streaming service. So we stream from there.
great, so I'm on TV.
You're not. Well, now you are. Just hearing you. They're not seeing you. They're not seeing you.
That's okay.
It's all right.
We won't tell on you.
It's all good. You're doing well. All right. You smell them now?
Ooh.
Oh, they're almost there. They're almost there. I'm very excited. I'm very
Just
excited
like
with this.
that much.
Take that tripod.
Take
Also known as
back
the rooster. On
the rooster.
On
The rooster pod.
on the flower pot.
The rooster pod. We're very high tech here at the Blair House. We have nothing but high-tech equipment.
Tripods and more. Hey, use what you got.
That's right. Well, I'm gonna get ready here in about 2 more minutes. I'm gonna pull these out. We're gonna put them on this pan over here, or on this parchment paper. We'll let them cool for a couple minutes, and then we are going to hit it with some glaze. And then we're gonna call this project good, because we're gonna start eating.
Good and eat.
Good and done and eating. It's gonna be awesome. So,
Fine and dining.
that's right.
Ooh.
Look at these. Beautiful scones. Look at those scones. Hot and delicious. Starting to get nice golden brown on the outside, lighter on the top. Just what we want. I don't want to burn them. I just want to have a nice little golden crust. So let's put these over here on our parchment. Just to cool. I'm going to tell them to be cool. Be cool.
Nobody else around them is. Everyone's gonna be one.
Nope. You will be stabbed.
With the spatula, man. Look at that spatula. It's stainless steel, man.
Yeah, right.
Bet that thing hurts.
Crack it.
Perfect for cracking the knuckles.
That's right. You're going on,
Woo.
and you're going in. And they smell delish. Our bottom ones, which are going to cook a little bit differently because they're sitting down at the bottom. I'll watch those electric close. What I'm actually going to do, just do a quick little rotation party. We want to put them up top so we don't just burn the bottoms, because the bottom one's going to cook a lot faster because the heating element's down there. Now we got these nice little biter scones. Give me a spoon.
Ooh.
This is where you can do the drizzle. Just a drizzle, do ya? Fun. Have fun. Make a design. You do a little bit more fun. Boom. Those are done. We can call those good.
Got a question, Pops.
Yes.
So, the glaze is essentially powdered sugar and the orange juice the cranberry soaked in. Any vanilla?
No. You can put vanilla in there, you can amp it up, you can do whatever you want with it. But the whole thing is you're trying to make it almost like a, the more liquid you put into it, the thinner that glaze is going to get. So it's not going to cling. As you can see here, this is actually cleaning. So the more liquid that you put in there, the thinner that glaze is going to get. You can put the vanilla in there, but just remember, I already have vanilla inside the actual scone itself, as well as, we amped it up with cinnamon, a little touch of nutmeg, had a little bit of fun with it. There's sugar in there, so there's ample enough flavors in there, but if you wish, yes, you can do it. Like I said, these are just guidelines to go with, so you can do it. I chose not to, just so I don't just overpower it with flavor upon flavor upon flavor.
Change it up though, you have them email you, so you
Yeah.
can think of different ideas.
Yeah, if you guys, once you do different ideas and you do different glazes, if you will, an apricot glaze, whatever kind of glaze you want to do, email me. Let me know. Let me know how it went. Because these are just guidelines to go with. I deviated from the guideline of the basic recipe, like I said, with some of the spices that we put in here. And feel free to do the same thing at home. Don't be scared that if you try something that I'm worried that it's gonna blow up. We're just talking food. It's good and just to experiment and have fun with it. All right. So the other ones are gonna finish up, and we're gonna get ready to start gobbling on these. So we're gonna call this one good for this week. So if you want to see this recipe and other recipes that I have out there, go to chefscottblair.com. All our recipe video links, grocery lists, everything is on my site. You can follow me on YouTube. Subscribe there, chefscottblair.com on YouTube, and here on Twitch and Instagram we have chefscottblair99 on Instagram. So follow me there too.
All right, we got one last question here.
Yep.
So, could you bake them even browner, or would it dry them out?
You can bake them a little bit more. You can bake them browner, but try not to go to where they've dark around. You will dry them out. But like I said, there's like 100 different scones out there. Scones are like one of these things where in Scotland they took so much pride in them. There's so many different ways of doing scones. So there's several different types of scones that are almost like a cracker or a biscuit, but it's very dry and it's harder. So they bite it off and they eat it with milk or whatever. So that's another type of scone that's out there. So depending on what you want, if you want a softer, fluffier scone like these, absolutely. If not, and you want something a little bit tougher, a little bit harder, a little bit more crunch, definitely bake it even longer. So there's all kinds of different scones out there. So yeah. All right, so I think we're going to call it for today. Enjoy your Sunday. I know we're going to enjoy our brunch. And until next weekend, thank you very much. Check me out on all the stuff I told you about. Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, website. We'll see y'all here again for the Adventures of Food next weekend.
Thank you, Chef Scott.
Thank you.